Hi there team, Coach Alexa here. So we're in February now and the spring races, half marathons next month in March, full marathons in April and May usually are feeling a little bit closer than ever. So I'm getting a few more runners talking to me about a few maybe fears or worries that are starting to creep in to their thinking around those races that they're training for. And it's something that can happen quite a lot, I think, with quite a few people that I've worked with over the years. So I'm going to share a few tips from my own personal experience and from that gained from some of the lovely runners that I've worked with currently and in the past around a technique that might help a little bit. So I guess the downside of these worries is that we always tend to play out the negative possibilities, don't we? Whether that might be a dream about turning up at the start line of your marathon, having forgotten your running shoes, or just practical, maybe more practical type worries like not knowing the route to the start or where to go. But one thing I can say pretty much for sure is that the majority of people will be playing over these negative situations. So the situations are negative, where something might have gone wrong, or there's something there to get worried or about or be fearful about. And the challenge, I guess, is that like with anything that we do more regularly, we get better at it and it becomes a bit of a habit. And we don't want that to happen really with these more negative thoughts about anything in particular, but particularly if you're finding you're thinking negative thoughts or worrying about things quite a lot. So what I'm going to suggest is that we deliberately start thinking about what could go right. So try and make a little bit of a habit of actually taking some time to think about what it might feel to turn up to the start line. Everything's gone to plan, you've got all your kit on, you've remembered your running shoes, and you're feeling pretty confident with how your training went. Perhaps picture yourself running a key point on that race route. Picture yourself at the finish, feeling proud of what you've achieved. Maybe even use this in training. Picture yourself on that long run that you've got planned for this weekend, with it going well, with you eating and drinking at the right times and feeling full of beans towards the end as a result. So the more we can practice playing out in our heads the what could go right situations, the quieter you might find the what could go wrong voice starts to get. And it helps, visualization, a form of visualization, is a fantastically powerful sports psychology technique. So lots of sport, I watch Formula One. I'm a big fan of watching Ski Sunday at the moment over the winter. And you'll see in both of those sports, people visualizing their route, visualizing the turns down the slalom course or the turns that they're going to take around the race circuit. And it's shown that this kind of thing is actually mentally as beneficial to boost our skills and our confidence as doing it in practice. So we can use this sort of positive visualization style techniques to real advantage to help just train our brain for away from the worry and fear mongering more of the time. And different people are work and their brains are kind of work in slightly different ways. So me, I'm quite a visual person. So it helps for me to actually sort of sit and shut my eyes and physically try and visualize that picture of me being at the start line of the race, feeling a little bit nervous, a bit of butterflies, but actually broadly kind of confident with where I've been with my training and how the day is going to go. Visualizing myself on a particular part of the route, taking a sip of water, or at the finish feeling like I've done a good job for myself on that day. For some people, you might be more of an audio person, a listening type person. So maybe doing an audio note on your phone or a voice note on your phone might be a way of noting down these sort of what could go right scenarios and situations, and playing them over, listening to them back can be quite powerful as well. Or you might be a writing down sort of person, so in a notebook or a diary, or you maybe your training diary, just jot down a few of these of the scenarios that you play through each week. And the more we practice the what could go right, the less our brain's going to get into that habit of getting more and more drawn in to the what could go wrong style fears and worries. I hope that's useful.